Welcome to today's video. Today's video is about what is going to happen this year that is going to make it happier for you, right? So maybe you're feeling down. Maybe, you don't see the forest for the trees, or maybe you just don't feel that life is going your way. Well, maybe this video will help you, because I know that you can change your life. It's really up to you. You can change it at any time. I know I've changed through most of my life, because we have to take accountability for what we're doing to ourselves, because ultimately we're the problems in our own life. And so today here I have a Celtic cross spread, and I'll go into that spread here in a little bit. I'm doing it different. I know that a lot of people do it different, but I'll explain it here in a second. But let's clear the air. And so I have 3 cards out here that I pulled out, 3x5 cards, and I'm using Carl Jung's 12 archetypes, and I have one here. It's called the Orphan. And then the other card that you might resonate with is Wrath, or maybe you know someone that's angry, maybe your parents, maybe a loved one, maybe a friend. And I also have another one that I'll go into here in a second. But the Orphan is the orphan archetype. Walks around with open wounds. Do you know someone like that? You know, who's always hurting? They feel betrayed and disappointed most of the time. You know, they want other people to take charge of their life. When no one does, they feel disappointed. They tend to spend time with people who feel just like them. Maybe you are in a group where people are unhappy. People are wrathful. All right. Birds of a feather flock together, right? Strength in numbers and things like that. Not really though. You know, you have to be strong enough to stand alone against the world. Okay. The orphan often plays the victim. Does that sound someone like someone around you, or maybe you like to play the victim, throw stones, and then I don't know what that person's talking about. This is you. Okay? They pretend to be innocent. The orphan has a cynical side and manipulative nature. See, a lot of people out there are manipulative because maybe that's what they had to learn how to live their lives, because maybe someone taught them that. So remember, if you suffer with this characteristic, it's not your fault, but you can fix it. But it takes a lot of work, and it really takes you to look at yourself. Okay? Maybe this orphan deals with wrath. Wrath is a strong anger, hate towards another person. I experience wrath all the time from other people, because when I come around, I have this energy that puts people off, because I've done the work within myself. Most of these people don't want to do the work, and they would rather do drugs and be an alcoholic and blame it on someone else instead of taking responsibility. Most people aren't ready to fix themselves, but they're ready to play the victim. Right? Romans 12:19, beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave it to God. For it is written, vengeance is mine, it is always his. I will repay, says the Lord. Why would this be something? Okay, why would we want to leave getting revenge on someone to God? Okay, so let's say you're trying to accomplish something in life. Right? And certain people want to push you to do something. You know, maybe they want to get you angry, so you act out, or this or that, or act in a certain way. and then you go over there and punch them, you might be in jail. All right. It might land you in jail, or, that person was wrong about you, but kind of tried to set you up to see like, oh, I told you he's a bad person. See, that's why you don't ever respond to crazy people. Leave them alone. They're unhappy in their life. They don't really like themselves. They like to make other people miserable because misery loves company. Patience cures wrath by first understanding the need and desires of others before acting and speaking, right? Because I have people that do that to me, and you have to realize that it's not you, it's them, okay? Maybe this orphan who is angry changes for others, right? You don't know who you are, so you change for the people around you. Like a chameleon, right? And if this is you, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you. I'm just saying that there's some things that you are going to have to make a priority in your life. Face down and ass up is not your priority, but you might want to do that. Go right ahead. I totally understand that we have needs, but is it really helping you? How is this year going to be different than next year? How about Christmas? How about Thanksgiving, New Year's? Are you going to be doing the same thing that you did last year? Probably, right? That's why this reading is here, to give you hope. For the next year, this is what's coming down the road for you, but you have the power to change it if you take responsibility today, because ultimately it's up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to the government. It's not to anybody else. You are the most precious thing in your life. It's you. Okay? So, like I said, I'm doing this a little bit different. So, usually you put a card down and then another card on top. And I take one card and I basically make it mine. This is me, yada, yada. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two cards side to side, because guess what? As you know and I know, people show two sides of themselves. Ones they show to their friends and the ones they show out to the world, right? So let's get started, all right? So you have two sides to you. You're a smart person, maybe. We have a Two of Swords. Maybe you tend to be a little bit of a darky, right? You're curious, thirst for knowledge, but you also have this other side of a King of Pentacles, a King of Cups. So emotions. Maybe you can control your wrath, but you're still wrathful. Maybe you can hide that very well. Maybe those closest to you have seen it. And maybe you put on a different face when you're out with someone else, right? You use your intellect to keep you calm, to lie to people about your true feelings. Maybe you like to use information against other people. Maybe you like to manipulate others' emotions to make yourself look better. And if that's you, I'm sorry that that's you. You know, the thing is too, is anger. Maybe you should start a journal if you're an angry person and write why and what makes you angry. That way you can unload your feelings and get them out of your mind and put them on paper. Just a suggestion. If you're feeling angry, how about you do some alone time, okay? Go for a walk. Go for a run. Something to get you out of that mood, 20, 30 minutes that you invest in yourself, you'll be a different person. And you may not want to take it out on other people. You know, another thing that I'd suggest you do is meditate. This will be really helpful for you. 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes. Go on YouTube, put on some music, or do it with no sound. It's up to you, right? Those are just some of my suggestions. So now, this other card is going to be your subconscious. Things, basically, this is like autopilot. This is what you do day in and day out because of maybe you saw someone being angry at home. Maybe that's why you suffer from it. Maybe you saw your parents be angry at each other. Maybe you learned those patterns because of them. Or maybe you saw your grandparents or someone in your life that taught you these things, but they became an imprint. They were imprinted on you. Not that they showed you this, but you were around it, okay? This is your subconscious. This is what's in there. Yep. It goes exactly with the energy here. You are that orphan, okay? You like to make yourself the victim, all right? Because this is the 8 of Swords, and you feel that you cannot change, you are sad, you cry, you feel that you really can't go to the next level. Maybe you feel stuck. You have negative thoughts that are self-imposed. You really have to work on yourself. Because I'm pretty sure there's a beautiful person underneath it if you just take the time to get to know you. You feel imprisoned. Again, victim mentality that goes with the orphan. And you feel isolated, right? Maybe you learned this from your mother. You know, maybe your mother wasn't a good example. Maybe she wasn't around, but you have to save yourself. Okay? You have to save yourself. It seems as though you are blocked, but you can take a step. Maybe karma is kicking your butt. I'm not sure. Something's happening, something's going on. Now the next card is going to, let's say, explain who you are, what kind of choices you've been making for, let's say, the past 3 years, 3 to 5 years, okay? I want to tell you that, you know what? My heart goes out to you. It really does, because you like to hurt other people. If you hurt, others hurt. And that's very abusive. I wish and hope that you help yourself so you can find someone to pour into you. You have feelings, but you hide them very well. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Gemini, another Gemini here. Maybe I'm speaking to a Gemini. Because this card here, what you've been doing for the past 3 to 5 years is backstabbing people, causing drama, chaos, pain, wounds. Because you're suffering, so others around you will suffer. Maybe you hang around with a group of people hurting other people. You do know that if you start helping yourself, those around you are going to tell you no. See, the people around you are the same people that don't want you to change. They want you to stay right there. Why? Because those people don't want to change either. So if you start changing, they want to take you down. Because people are lazy. People don't want to change. They're comfortable, face down and ass up, doing cocaine, and doing it all over next weekend. Okay, so the 10 of Swords here has ended. It is finished, for better or worse. Painful endings, collapse, defeats. Doesn't look good for you. So this next card is going to be your day in and day out, right? You go to the store, you go to the beach, if you even go to the beach, because you're a hateful person. You know, you're probably doing a lot of drugs. You're probably heavily invested in different partners. You don't get out much. But meanwhile, while you're at work, you think about this. When you're doing it, you're thinking about this. All this is while you're awake. Your subconscious is, you think you're a victim of your circumstances. I mean, you kind of are, because you're doing it to yourself. But sooner or later, you're going to have to grow up. While you're awake, you think about peace. You think about, man, why does this keep happening? I wish I didn't have to deal with this. I wish I didn't feel like a victim. I wish I had some rest, right? Meditation. Stop being an a-hole. All right, that's a start. I used to hurt people, right? Because of what happened to me, right? I would hurt people sexually. I would mistreat them. Terrible. So I can understand. I don't now. I have peace in my life. My life is totally different because I had to change and I wanted to change. And I'm asking you that you also should change so you can get some rest. Because we have the Four of Swords here. Meditation, like a person on a bed or a concrete bed or a tomb. Maybe you want to renew your spirit. Maybe you just want to isolate yourself. Solitude. Maybe you want to change yourself and you're planning for the future. Maybe you want to recover from all this. And you should. Because what you need, sweetheart or sir, is love. Right? You won't have love if you don't change. Love cannot enter your life if this is in your life. Let's say you take me, for example, or a person like myself that gives love, radiates love, believes in love. We will never accept you because you're chaos. Yeah, people will face down and ass up you, but that's about it. In other words, you're being used. You're just a pincushion. You're just someone's relief. And I'm sure that doesn't feel that effing great, right? So now this next card is going to be the next 2 to 3 months. What's going to unfold for you? Maybe you like to study your victims. Maybe you like to attack and study happy people and make them just like you. Maybe your emotions are wrathful, hate, and that's why you backstab people. Because the next card we have here is justice, cause and effect. Maybe you're getting karma. Maybe you're going to experience karma. Maybe people will see you for who you truly are. And are you prepared for that? No. You know, the reason you may not have love in your life, and I know you want it, is because maybe you keep people away. Because maybe if people knew you, they would hate you, and they would discover who you truly are and what you really do. And maybe that's why you isolate yourself. Maybe you do want clarity. Maybe you'll have to be put in jail. Maybe you feel like you're in jail. Maybe the law will come for you. I'm not sure. But I can say that things are going to be balanced, whatever that means to you in your life. Either the universe does it or you do it. Sooner or later, you're going to be found out. Okay? So now, this other card is you. This is how you view all these 4 cards. Okay? I suggest Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Maybe that's you. Open your heart and receive the emotions around you. You might want to stop lying to yourself. Maybe you don't know any other kind of life, but maybe you should start changing, because even the hardened criminal wants love, and you do too. We have the Ace of Cups. How's your life been? Have you ever asked God or talked to God to help you change, or to bring you someone to love, because maybe you're tired of yourself? Love would really change your life, wouldn't it? But would you be responsible? Would you still want to be sneaking around, right? That's the real answer. Maybe you're looking for someone to have compassion, to find a creative way to love you, to understand you. Maybe you need to get into spirituality, or maybe you have. Maybe you would want a marriage or a proposal from someone who had love in them to share with you. But will you be responsible? Will you be your old self? Will you be this page trying to dominate that person, right? Rome wasn't built in a day, but the thing is, you're going to want to start changing. It's up to you. It's up to you. Now, this next card is going to be showing your daily life, right? At home, with your pals, at work, wherever you're at. You know, your day to day, every day. That's what this card is going to show, all right? I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to a girl. I'm not sure. If you're a dude, hey, same for you. Just, I'm going to use girls because I'm a man, right? Take it where it fits, brother or sister. All of this is leaving you empty. Nothing grows. Maybe your heart is like a concrete jungle. Not even a rose, not even an ounce of love can come through the concrete. Because it's about you, it's how you feel about yourself. We have the Five of Pentacles here. Life is hard right now. Look around, help is at hand. It's you, it's the man upstairs, it's my voice, it's this video. Maybe you're suffering financial loss because of karma or justice or the balance of the universe. Maybe you have a lack of faith or a lack mindset because of what happened to you as a child. I'm not saying you have to blame the people in your past or your parents, but this is on you. This is all on you. You're gonna have to change because you have feelings. Everybody does. Like I said, even the most hardest criminal in prison wants love. Just like women. If you take prison for men and prison for women, what does a human being do? They find themselves pairing up with another man and another woman. That is what happens. So everyone wants love, and maybe you try to run away from it, but you need it and you want it and you crave it, but you have to start changing for you, because you will keep being isolated. You'll keep worrying about this. You'll keep being lonely. Aren't you tired of that? I'm sure you are. I know I was lonely. Right? Having sex with this woman over here, that woman over there. I was always alone, right? Even when I was at home, there I was, alone, feeling empty. Oh, someone called me up. Kala called me up. There I am, blonde hair, blue eyes. Triple D's, yum yum. Maybe you have a favorite, right? So I understand how empty it is after you're done cleaning up. So now this next card is going to be what's going to come in the near future, maybe in the next 6 to 8 months, and how others view this. Okay? There's going to be some balance. You're going to have to change because things are going to force you to change. Okay? We have the Temperance. You're going to have to stop what you're doing because you might experience the Tower. What does the Tower mean? The Tower comes in when the Lord above in the universe come in and say, enough of your shenanigans. And then you can't change what's going to happen to you. The universe and the man upstairs, the Lord, God, gives you enough chances to hang yourself. And you're doing a pretty good job at it right now. Just like I was for many years. So I'm not here shaming you. I'm just trying to wake you up because I know how shitty it was. I live my life totally different now, and I wish I would have started sooner. And that's why I made this channel and trying to reach out to people, because we all deserve to be better to ourselves. So balance, temperance. Maybe you're drinking too much to try to forget, or maybe you need a drink to be, in your situationships, right? Maybe there's drugs, maybe there's weed, and all sorts of things. And people around you just want to eat you up. That's it. No one really wants to marry you because you're a party girl, right? Or a party dude. Yeah, you're the fun person, but, nobody wants that person. For fun, no problem. I've been there. But you're not the person people marry. You need balance. Maybe Archangel Michael is going to come in and cut your shit up, right? There's hope for you. There's a sun coming up in the horizon on the Temperance card. There's, I can't remember what, maybe lilies on the right side of the card, but there's some growth. Maybe there's hope for you yet. Maybe you've been trying to change. Maybe you are trying to look at yourself and change. You're going to have to change your life. Maybe you need to have patience with yourself. Maybe you need to start finding purpose. And maybe you need to start being sensible about what the hell you're doing. You need to have a fulfilling life, and that's what you should concentrate on. That is what this is saying. Now, the last card is going to be very important. All right. This is going to happen for you this year. Ask yourself, do you want to hang out another year, right? I can't imagine that this year is any different than last year, right? So now, let's say the holidays, let's say New Year's. Are you going to want to just not have someone special to spend it with? Yeah, maybe you have that special guy that gives it to you just right. That's fine. But that person's never going to be around all the time. You guys fight. There's problems. You might go up with Coke and you might come down with beer, but it's nothing that's going to pay dividends, all right? That will never, ever work, but it's fun. I know. Okay. The last card is saying you're going to have bad luck. Sorry. It is going on May. You have a way, you have time to change this outcome because it's up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to the guy who's messing with you or the woman who's messing with you or the girl with the big tits. It's not up to them. It's up to you. You have bad luck. You're going to continue playing the victim. You're going to continue being angry. You're going to change for others, and you're never going to stop living your life for you if you don't change today. Because you guess what you're going to say? Oh, next year. Oh, tomorrow. I'll quit drugs tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. So, bad luck for you. Bad news bear. That's what I'm being. Bad luck. Again, you're going to have no control of the situation because justice is here. Okay? Justice. Fairness. Something's going to be made fair. And guess what? You may not like how that balances out. Cause and effect. Karma. Law. Maybe you're going to get caught for drinking and driving. Maybe, God forbid, you take someone out. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be in those classes. I was there. I was there in those classes. It was horrible to see the pain of the people that was in those classes. People talking to you, sharing their story about how they were out, and it just happened all of a sudden. We were down a gravel road having a good time, me and my buddy. Next thing you know, I wake up, lights flashing everywhere, and I just killed someone. You don't want to be that person. Your life will change forever. It's a scar that's going to carry forever. After you get sober, you're going to be fucking hurting. And guess what? You might not know how to deal with that pain because face down and ass up, right? Going out Saturday night, getting drunk and fucked up, right? Because you don't deal with your emotions. I can see it right here. You avoid the pain, but you sure like to give it out though. Shame on you. Hey, I did it. I was that piece of shit too. So again, resistance to change. You don't want to change. You may tell people that this or that. Oh, well, I would have changed if this didn't happen to me. I would have done this if this didn't happen to me. That's what the orphan is. Blaming everybody else but yourself. So I hope that this reading helped you out. And I hope that you understand that things might get rough for you if you don't change today. This is Mario, and I will see you in a later video.